Good morning, everybody. It's Saturday, and we are on day 2 of our journey from Dallas, Georgia to Newark, New York. It's just going to be a long day of driving today. We're going to be taking I-75 from here. We're parked just north of Chattanooga, and we're going to be taking I-75 pretty much the entire way today, all the way up to Cincinnati, Ohio. From Cincinnati, we'll grab I-71 and take that up to I-90. We've got a fuel stop just north of Cincinnati on I-71, and then we will take I-90 east as far as we'll make it almost to Erie. I've got a Love's dialed in for our 34-hour reset this weekend that has laundry. I've verified it in the Love's app, so I'd like to finally get some laundry done this weekend. Unfortunately, the nearby Walmart doesn't deliver, but you know, such is life. So maybe we'll stop off at a Walmart on the way up. I've still got plenty of supplies. I don't really need to hit the Walmart quite yet. So this trailer that we're hooked up to, unfortunately, has both a minor air leak and the ABS system is throwing an error. I'm gonna run it. I'm gonna send it. I've notified my fleet manager. We are gonna get me back for a 34-hour reset at home in the very near future, at which point they'll be able to address all those issues and probably, hopefully, give me another trailer. I know this is kind of an ongoing issue with this particular company, and unfortunately there's not a whole lot I can do about it other than leave. I have several of their trailers that I've pulled in the past have had issues, and they just don't really get completely fixed, even when you report them. That's one of the issues. That's one of the downsides of working for a small company, I think, is that unless the ownership is really, really committed to maintaining their equipment, they don't do a great job of it. And to make matters worse, if you have issues out on the road, they don't really want to fix them out on the road. The freight market being where it's at, they've got to cut every corner they possibly can just to survive this freight market. So they want to do all the maintenance, all the repairs back at the home yard, but that means that if you're out on the road and you've got something that goes wrong, it may stay wrong if it's not just absolutely critical to get it fixed. It may just stay wrong until you get it back to the yard. And that could be a little while. So, that's where we're at. I'm not thrilled with it. I've got an ABS light that's kind of given away that I've got an issue. So there's always a chance that I'll get pulled over and get issued a citation for that. I'm crossing my fingers that I do not. I have never been pulled in for an ABS light before. I don't think that the risk is particularly high. I know it's perfectly safe to drive a truck with a trailer that has an ABS issue because the service brakes still work. It's not like the trailer doesn't have brakes. It just doesn't have ABS brakes. And the weather's fine right now. We're not looking at any snow in the immediate future, and so we don't really have a need for the ABS at this point. I mean, in 3 years, I think I've hit the brakes on a truck hard enough to trigger the ABS maybe twice, maybe 3 times. So I don't really feel too terribly concerned with the fact that the ABS brakes may not be working, and it's entirely possible it's just a sensor issue. These ABS systems are finicky, to say the least. So yeah, so that's where we're at. That's where we're going. I'll see you at the next stop.
Way station 0.0 miles ahead. After half a mile, turn left to join the highway. After 800 feet, turn left and then you will reach your waypoint. Now turn left and then turn right.
Yeah. All right, Tina, you can be quiet now for a little while. I named my GPSs because they all nag like a woman. Trucker Path is Tina Trucker Path. I had a Rand McNally, I called her Rhonda McNally. We're at our fuel stop. Looks like we're going to be able to get in and out of here pretty quick. Oh, that one's out of service. So let's go to this one. Be quite as quick if fuel tanker up here decides he wants to take his time, but hopefully we'll be in and out of here. I am hungry. It is almost lunchtime, but I am not feeling powerfully motivated to grill my pork chop. So I think what I'm gonna do as soon as we fuel up here is we'll pull up to the pull-up line if the tanker here gets out of the way. And well, there you are. So I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is just go inside and get some food for the road. Maybe finish a 30 if we have to waste that much time. Because I do need to do a 30 as well. And then speaking of, probably ought to set myself on duty fueling so that we're actually counting that time. Where was I? Yeah, so the better time we can make today, the sooner we'll arrive at our stop tonight. So even though I've got a pork chop thawing out in the fridge and it's probably thawed by now, I'm not going to grill it up. I'm just going to go inside and get us some food that we can eat while driving, and then we'll hit the road again as soon as we can, as soon as the 30's up. Started. There we go. Temperature has dropped significantly since this morning, where we were in maybe the 50s, mid 50s, but it is now below freezing, and I've seen off and on flurries all day, well, pretty much since we got into Kentucky. So, not the greatest weather. Kind of cold, kind of chilly right now. But could be worse. Could be 120 degrees out. I'd much rather it be cold than hot. Which is funny for somebody that lived in Panama for 20 years. But my theory is, when it's cold, you can always put more clothes on, or wrap yourself in a nice warm blanket or something. When it's hot, the best you can do is get naked. Once you're naked, there's nothing more you can do. I mean, there's air conditioning, but there's also heating. But when it comes to just using your natural, what you've got available to you, it's a whole lot easier to deal with the cold than it is to deal with the hot. All right. I'm gonna shut you guys off for a minute because I'm gonna go use the little boy's room before we do our shopping. That's a nice store. Got the full spread. The Cinnabons are always dangerous for me because they are loaded with sugar. But they smell so good. Alright, let's get some Diet Dr. Pepper. Supreme's fresh out of the oven. That looks like pretty good for the road. I think we'll do that. Alrighty, folks. Got our pizza. Got our diet soda. Because I know those two things go really well together on a diet. Pizza's not so good on a diet. Diet soda's okay. It's allowed. Let's check our clock. We don't have anybody behind us, do we? No. We're good on that. Take a look, see how much time we have left on our break. 10 minutes. So I'm gonna go and pull over out of the way so that we're not blocking anybody, and we'll wait out our 10 minutes while I eat a slice. Alright, so hopefully that the angles on the camera and everything were good. Guess we'll find out later. But yeah, so we still got about 5 minutes left on our break. I'm going to enjoy a slice and then we'll hit the road. We have still got, how far to go today? 280 miles left to get to our stop for the night. How much time do we have? We've got 5 hours to get there. So yeah, we should be good. GPS thinks that's going to take us 5 hours and 15 minutes, but it won't. We'll be fine. I guess it depends on traffic a little bit. But bon appetit. Okie dokie, folks. We're done with our 30. We can continue on. Now we just got to figure out how to get out of here. Super Ego. I feel sorry for that guy. That gal. Twin carrier, that's the one that they had me assigned to. Not my truck though. I had a T680. Number 314. See it out there. Say hi to it. It was a good truck for me. Just a shitty company. I would really like to lease a truck again or buy a truck my next go round, the next company I go to. I know what kind of truck I want. I want a T680. I don't really care for these freight shakers. As far as what kind of a company I want to work for, I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to be a lease purchase. The main reason I want to have a lease truck or a purchase a truck is so I have a little more control over the maintenance of it. You know, one of the issues that I have with this company that I'm with right now is that they don't do a real great job with maintaining the trucks. When I report an issue with the truck, it doesn't get fixed right away. You know, they wait until it's back on the yard while I'm home to fix stuff. You know, even stuff that could potentially get me a citation, like this ABS light, unless I can figure out how to fix it this weekend, it's probably going to stay lit until I get back there. And you know, I just want a little bit more control over my truck. I'd also feel a little more comfortable making modifications to the truck, you know, doing things to it that make it feel a little more like it's mine and like it's home. I don't feel super comfortable making many modifications to a truck that I know I'm not going to be on more than a few more months. So, yeah. I mean, I could continue to work for this company and I would be just fine. Financially, I'd probably be better off without that truck note to pay for, that I have to pay for, and only having to worry about whether or not they've got enough loads for me or enough miles for me. That's the real benefit of being a company driver, is you don't have a lot of that stress. But you're not really a business owner when you're driving as a company driver. Even if you're driving 1099 as a lease purchase operator, you're essentially a company driver. When you got your own truck and you're picking your own loads and you're doing it all yourself, then you're a business owner. And that's more what I want to be doing than being a company driver. But being a company driver is more stable and safer. So at this moment in time, that was the way to go for me, but it's not long term what I want to be doing. Or maybe it is, I don't know. I still got to figure that out. But anyways, when I get back to getting my own truck, I want a T680 because I think it's just more comfortable. There's more places to put things. It's a little bit easier to keep it organized. It's got a refrigerator that doesn't have a door that flops open all the time because it's a slide. It's a slide door. It just feels like it's a better truck for me. So I don't know. I'm thinking of looking into Landstar next go around. If any of y'all have any good information on Landstar for me, that would be useful, because it kind of has a combination of, they have a lot of freight available, and I can lease my own truck external to the company, so I'm not doing a lease purchase from the carrier. We'll see. That's a ways out. That's at least October before I do that. But you know, anybody else that has any suggestions of good companies too, feel free to throw them into the comments, or send me an email directly. My email is in my bio. I definitely want to work. I don't want to be a W-2. I don't want to go anywhere that's W-2. So it'll either be some kind of a walk-away lease purchase plan program, or it'll be leasing my own truck or buying my own truck. And maybe even getting my own authority, although I don't think I'm ready to get my own authority yet. We'll see. We shall see. Anyways, it's 275 miles to go. I'm just gonna be hammered down. We'll see how long it takes us to get there. I don't think it's gonna take us the full 5 hours that Trucker Path is telling us it will. I hope not, because we don't have that much time. So, alrighty. See you soon. Why are we at a complete standstill? There's a cop over there. But that can't possibly be what's causing a complete standstill. I guess we'll find out. Actually blocking the highway. Just people don't freaking know how to drive around accidents. All that traffic was that little bitty accident. Wasn't even a bad one. Looky-loos. Looky-loos. They are the problem.
Damn, if it's on the right shoulder, why are we doing?
Apparently people in Ohio just don't know how to drive, and don't know how to deal with traffic, and don't know how to deal with construction, because this is freaking ridiculous. Why is this taking so long? It's just a little bit of construction. Just merge and get on with the day. I would be less frustrated if I hadn't already given up on trying to get to our loves tonight and program the GPS for a pilot that I verified has laundry, that's this side of where we were planning on stopping, and is technically still reachable as long as we can get through this freaking congestion, god-awful BS crap without losing too much more time. I'm watching the GPS and our ETA, and as long as it stays this side of 5 o'clock, we'll be okay. But we're going just fast enough that I can't just go on duty and coast and not waste drive line, but just slow enough that we are just wasting all types of time. So I'm frustrated. Stupid traffic. Stupid traffic. We haven't had any traffic all day today until we got into damn Ohio. Freaking Ohio. What's wrong with you Ohioans? Why can't you drive? Bless. Car broken down on the left. I can see a pickup truck stopped in the middle of the lane helping a car that's in the shoulder directly behind us. Fortunately, we didn't have to go past that. They were actually helping us a little bit. There's a cop with a four-wheeler on the right side up ahead that I can see. And of course you've got 4 lanes merging into one. Ohio, what the hell is wrong with you? What in the world? Who is the idiot behind all this? What is this moron doing? Did they get into a wreck just now? Two cars with their flashers on. I don't see any damage, but they're blocking a freaking lane. Jeez. Cops blocking a lane. Can't you pull off to the side? For Christ's sake. Idiots, just complete idiots. Normally I don't have a real big problem with traffic, but when it's caused by idiots doing stupid stuff like that, I have a problem with it. Sometimes there's just traffic because there's just too damn many cars on the road. But when it's caused by idiots, I just can't stand it. Alright, I'm done with my rant.
After half a mile, keep
Until the
right
next time we're stuck in traffic because of idiots in Ohio. Alright. I think we've made it through Columbus. Let's cross our fingers that Cleveland does not have as many idiots as Columbus does. We're still good on time, but just barely. I don't know that we can tolerate another slowdown. So normally I don't plan my trips with such narrow margins for error. I don't like to. I like to plan for about an hour of extra time in case I need to find an alternative place to park. But I wanted to get us past Cleveland. And that was going to mean, and there's very few truck stops, Pilot Flying J's or Loves that are past Cleveland, but close enough that we could reach. And even fewer that have laundries. That's kind of my criteria. Since we're doing a 34, I have a little bit more stringent criteria for selecting where I want to stop. I want to stop someplace I have shower credits, and ideally someplace that has laundry. And that isn't too big of a dump. And that means really getting past Cleveland, ideally. I mean, I could theoretically stop before Cleveland, but it's generally a good idea to get past a major city before you shut down for the night, because you don't want to have to go through that city in the morning. Because you never know what kind of traffic you're going to run into. Now, usually I leave out at 4 a.m., so if we're just this side of Cleveland, that's probably not that big a deal. But it could be like a 2-hour difference where we're stopping 2 hours early to find a good place this side of Cleveland versus using up that time making it past Cleveland but having a tight schedule or a tight timeline. I'd rather be on the other side of that. So for the moment, we are now, we've got about almost a 20-minute margin. No, I take that back. About an 8-minute margin for error, according to the GPS ETA. That's tight. It should be doable because this particular GPS always measures or always overestimates. So we should be able to get it down to, right now it's telling us we'll be there at 4:55. We've still got 165 miles to go. I would anticipate that coming down to about 4:50, 4:45, unless we run into more traffic. So let's just keep our fingers crossed. Y'all, my bladder has not been cooperating with our tight schedule today. This is the third time I've had to stop to pee. Fortunately, I can just go off duty and it doesn't really count against our drive time. So we're actually doing pretty well right now. We've still got 2 hours and 14 on the clock. And Trucker Path is estimating it's estimating an hour and 53 minutes. So we've made up a lot of time. Still haven't gotten to Cleveland yet, but hopefully, cross our fingers, we won't run into that much traffic there and get screwed over. 98 miles. Well, so far so good. We've made it to Cleveland, or the outskirts of Cleveland at least. GPS says we've shaved like a half an hour off. Our ETA now is like 4:35, which is good. I was considering continuing on to the Loves that we originally planned on. It's only 30 miles. It's only about 20 miles further. But I went ahead and looked at the reviews for the pilot that we're going to, and they're pretty good. So 4.0, and there's more spots. And worst case scenario, if we get there and there's no free spots, I can always reserve one for the first night. So, and you can't, there's no reserved spots at Loves. It's further down the road and it's a smaller lot. So, I don't know. I'm thinking we're probably better off staying at the pilot tonight or this weekend. Tonight and tomorrow.
After 3/4 of a mile, keep left to take the exit.
Yeah. I guess we gotta take the express lanes, huh?
continue on to the Interstate 271 north towards Erie, Pennsylvania.
Alright, let's keep going. So this is home for the next 34 hours. Plenty of parking here. I'm so glad I didn't reserve something just to be on the safe side. I have a tendency to reserve things just to be on the safe side and then not need to. It's probably cost me a few points over the last several weeks, is that I've just been overly cautious and reserved things that I didn't need to reserve. And there was even a couple of times that I reserved it because I was just too lazy to get into a regular spot, because I didn't want to have to fight for, I didn't want to have to jockey for a spot. The reserve spots were just easier to get into, and I was just feeling lazy. So occasionally a couple of times I reserved spots I didn't need to. But we're done. This place has a 4.0 review on Trucker Path. I see a Burger King within walking distance. It might even be in the store. There's a Waffle House over that way. There's something I can't quite tell what it is, but it looks restaurant-ish, maybe even steakhouse-ish, straight across the street there. What else do I see around here? There's a Subway in the store. I don't know, I'll have to look at the Denny's at the Flying J across the highway. That's walking distance. I wish I could see what that is. Let's see if Google's got it. Let's take a quick look. Quick look. Won't keep you long. Alright, so what is that? Waffle House. There's a Taco Bell right around here. Switch it into satellite, because that's a pretty distinctive building. It'll be easier to spot in satellite. There's the building. What is it? Marianne's Chocolate and Cheese. Is that food? Is that a restaurant, or is that a store? It's a store. Okay, well that's not a restaurant, and it's definitely, well, the cheese, I could eat a lot of cheese. Cheese is low carb, high fat. That's the good kind of food. But it's just a little store. But there is a Burger King, there's a McDonald's, there's a Taco Bell, there's a Subway in the Pilot. What else do we have around here? There's a Clay Street Grill just down the street, walking distances. There's a Dollar General, a Better in Bulk grocery store. I might go there and do my grocery shopping, because I do need to get a few things. Yeah, I think we're set up for the weekend. We got everything we need. Now, I have not gone inside yet and verified that the laundry exists and is working, but I did not use Trucker Path to find out whether it has laundry. I went actually onto the Pilot app and it said there's a laundry. So I'm thinking that's a little bit more reliable considering our history so far. Yeah, I think we're good to go for the weekend. I will get some editing done. I'm going to work on that ABS light, see if I can figure out what's causing it. I'm just gonna be in a sour mood until I get out from under this trailer, unless I can fix that light. The air leak I can live with. A light screaming to the DOT, inspect me, inspect me, inspect me, citation, get a gimme, an easy one, just write them a ticket. and then do an inspection, which he will probably fail. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to driving with a ABS light. Done it before. I don't mind. I mean, I do mind, but I'll do it because I know it's not a safety issue, because there's no, the ABS on a trailer is just kind of almost a luxury item. It doesn't really benefit you unless it's just really bad roads, or you just really stomp on the brakes for some reason. Like I said, in 3 years I think I've hit the brakes hard enough to trigger the ABS like 3 times. So it's not a safety thing as far as I'm concerned, in my mind, except for that whole bright yellow light calling out for DOT to pull me in and inspect me and give me a ticket. That's a safety issue. My safety. The safety of my wallet, safety of my CDL. Anyways, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna rest for the weekend. I'm not gonna film tomorrow unless there's just something I can do with that ABS light that's film worthy. But I am gonna edit this weekend and get hopefully a lot more caught up. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.